What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Champlin. We are looking at 3.3 notes. I am specifically looking at shading today. So shading. This is again on page 18, and we're going to focus on shading even though I have a calculator out. All right. So we are looking for area under the curve, and then we need to find the percentages and stuff like that. But I really care about the shading. So I want to point out, let's just start at number one. Notice it says my mean is 125 and my standard deviation is 5. This is no longer a z-score. This is just values where we can find on a data points, right, using our data points. So my mean goes in the middle, 125, and now I'm just going to add by 5 going to the right and subtract by 5 going to the left. You guys know how to do this, right? So I have 130, I have 135 and 140, and then this way I have 120, I have 115 and 110. You guys should all be pros at this. Okay, now it says my probability is going to be less than 131. So remember, less than shades left. Shades left. Less than shades left. So I'm going to draw a line where I think roughly where 131 is. It looks like right about here. And then I am simply going to just shade it all to the left. So I'm going to use this fancy highlighter, and I'm just going to do the best I can. And it doesn't have to be perfect, as you guys know. And that is what it looks like. Now, I do recommend it when you put it in the TI Nspire. Just remember you write L, U, mu, standard deviation. And when you put it in, you should get, of course, when you put it in, you should get 0.8849. You could double check my work. All right, times this by 100. You can even do it like right here, times 100, and it says 88.49%. And we need to round, ignore this 10,000th place. I want my percentage to be in the hundredths. So 84 or 88.49%. Okay? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I should have wrote this down. My lower was negative 9E999. My upper was 131. And my mean was 125, and my standard deviation was 5. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. All right, let's look at the next problem. First off, our mean is 105, and our standard deviation is 9. Mean in the middle, 105. I am going to go up by 9, so I have 114, 123, and 132. And then I'm going to go down by 9. So I have 96, 87, and 78. All right. So that being said, we need to know anything is my probability is going to be greater than 100. Just remember greater shades right. I like to think greater goes right, but greater shades right. So I find my line where 100, I'm going to say roughly 100 is there. Then I'm going to shade everything to the right. So shade it to the right as best as I can. It doesn't have to look amazing, just so that I know what it looks like. Okay. Then put in your TI Nspire. My lower, my upper, my mean, and my standard deviation. My lower is going to be, this time my lower is 100. Also notice, look, 100 right here is my lowest bound. 100 right here is my lowest bound. That's the lowest spot it can be. All right, and it goes on for we don't know, so we put in negative 9E999. My mean is 105, and my standard deviation is 9. When I put that in the calculator, hopefully I put it in correctly. We will look over here. I already put it in. Again, if you don't remember, this is menu 652. Menu 652. We've already done this. I have other videos on this, so hopefully you remember this. Okay, so when I put it in, I get 0.71074 times that by 100. And my percent is going to be 71.07%. That's my answer. Hopefully not too bad. All right, so we looked at a problem that shades to the left. We looked at a problem that shades to the right. Now let's look at a problem that shades in between. So looking at number 3, it says my mean and standard deviation. My mean is 1300. My standard deviation is 65. So I have 1300 here. Then I have 1365, 1430. Feel free to double check my math. 1495. To the left, I'm subtracting by 65. Now I have, 1235. Sorry, that's 1235. I have 1170 and then 1105. All right. Notice this one has two values where x is in between two values. So that means we're going to shade in between the lines. So first I'm going to find my lowest number, which is 1390, which I'm going to say is roughly right about here. So I'm going to say 1390 is right about here. And then 1460 I'm going to say is right about here. Okay. And all I am going to do is shade in there. So I am going to shade just this. Okay. That's my area of shading. When I put that in, I have my lower, my upper, my mean, my standard deviation. My lowest number this time is, this is my lowest, this is my upper. So my lowest is 1390. My upper is 1460. My mean is 1300. And my standard deviation is 65. Again, feel free to look at my calculator, but I already put it in menu 652. When you do that, I'm going to, ooh, be careful on this one. I'm going to get 0.0761, we'll say 7. All right. When I times that by 100, I'm going to get 7.62%. 7.62%. All right. So here's an example of shading in between. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If not, please let us know on your practice problems. We will gladly help. All right. Yeah, you have a great day. Thank you very much.